Welcome to Let's Talk Library with your host, Annie Archive.
Let's talk primary sources. What is a primary source? Basically, it is something that was created at the time that you are studying. So that can be anything from a piece of clothing, to a crown, to a boat, to a letter, to a diary, to a manuscript. It can even be a sword. It can be anything little, it can be anything big. Anything that was created at the time that you are studying is a primary source. So if I was doing a project on the Revolutionary War or the American Revolution, and I wanted to find a primary source to include, I could look for something like a Revolutionary War uniform, even a musket that was used during a battle. I could find some other clothing items. I could even use the Declaration of Independence as a primary source for that. So where do you find these primary sources? That's kind of a big question, right? You can go to places like museums and universities and libraries and archives. They're typically going to contain primary sources for you to use. A lot of these places have online collections that are really easy for you to search now, and they contain thousands of artifacts that you can use for primary sources. There are great places to search in the United States, like the Smithsonian, the Library of Congress, the Met Museum, but don't limit yourself to just the United States. Think internationally, think broadly. Look at the country of the place you're trying to get a primary source from. They probably have great museums with cultural history and artifacts in them. The British Museum and the Louvre all have really great world-reaching artifacts in them. Don't limit yourself. Think internationally, think broadly, and you'll be able to find tons of primary sources available to you online.